So, as the biggest proponent of documentary hypothesis, also known as Welhuasen Hypothesis, here on YouTube, having the most videos, going the most in depth, and actually showing people the showing people EJ, P, D, and R, mostly EJ and P, separating out the by highlighter with different colors, the story of Noah, what is P and what is J, and then reading them separately in videos, and doing that with the first creation narrative and the second creation narrative, the first one being Genesis 1:1 to Genesis 2:3, and then which is P, and then the next one being, which is the first one being P, the next one being J, from Genesis 2:3, because it splits in the middle there, on. As well as showing when J, E, and P get mixed together at the time of Abraham, because E starts at Abraham. I got a lot of backlash, people saying, well, why don't you believe Abraham and Moses existed? Well, I do believe they existed. Or why do you believe everything in the Pentateuch is just myth made out of whole cloth? I don't. Just because you accept these things, just because you accept reality, it doesn't mean you still can't read it devotionally. There's the sacred and the profane. I look at something critical, and then I can look at it devotionally, as a devout Jew would, or devout Christian. But there's some just wild ideas out there about this kind of stuff of it's funny, during my series I mentioned that I believed King David was an evil man, and I didn't realize that there was a guy named Baruch Halpern, and he wrote a book about David being a lying usurper, traitor, and murderer. But the first time I had read the account in Samuel and Kings, I could see it clear as day, just like the two creation accounts. And I don't understand this. I don't understand why people don't see this. It seems odd to me. But I'll still get people on this channel trying to say, oh yeah, well, documentary hypothesis and blah blah. Then we'll type that in, and then you'll see on my old channels, collectively I made 75 videos about this. Very strange. If anybody like to go through with me, documentary hypothesis, I can show you where the very obvious things are. And again, this smashes creationism and biblical literalism, because the church fathers very early on pointed out, how could they be 24-hour periods if the sun and the moon aren't created yet? Or, did it rain for 40 days and 40 nights, or did it rain for 150 days? There's an easy answer, because 40 days and 40 nights just means many. But most Westerners don't know that. Mostly Jews and Muslims know that, because they're from a Semitic culture. I'm Semitic as well, so I knew that. But there's other discrepancies about the animals and things like that. It's very easy to pull it apart. But I'll go into that later. Peace to you.